I love the summer in the UK. Do you know what it means? Tomorrow is GearFest and it's going to be absolutely pouring rain. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, if I'm honest, I fully expect GearFest to be pretty empty until the afternoon because it's supposed to stop raining, and I think people will just look up the weather forecast and ditch the morning, so it might be quiet. I'm going to speak with my inner voice here because I'm quite self-conscious about vlogging in the tube. So anyway, I'm going to King's Cross where Harry Potter goes through the wall to go to Hogwarts, and there I'm meeting my friend Sam, who's also going to help me film today. I haven't looked too much into the brands presenting this year, but I know that some of my friends will be there, some of my former students who are also my colleagues now, and I just hope it's going to stop raining. Of course, warriors had umbrellas and raincoats. That's the whole point of being a warrior, is you're prepared for war. You're prepared for any condition.
Right, so you can take an umbrella on the war field with you.
Yeah. We are approaching GearFest in Tileyard. I've been here so many times. I've been here years. Still can't say it. Tileyards, because it used to be a yard where they made tiles.
Really?
Right? I don't know if that's actually true, but I'm assuming that's the case. Okay, let's get a wristbands.
Like a map.
Yes, please.
There you go. You've been before, do you want to?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna say hi and then go grab a coffee. That's Mark. Hi, Mark. I think we're gonna grab a coffee and then we'll be back here.
Yeah, cool.
Would you like something?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right then. Hello. Just coffee for now.
Coffee for now.
Up there? Yes? No? Oh, no two tribes.
Here.
Okay.
I haven't seen today, so
That is quite
I'm actually
worrying.
I know this rain is like
No, it's yeah.
The cafe there?
is
Yeah.
here.
Okay. I'm just realising, have we met last year? Maybe
Yes.
at GearFest here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's
Let's
your
do
name
that. Alessandro.
Alessandro. Eona.
Eona.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice to meet you again.
Eona. Nice to meet you again.
Wonderful. Thank you. So, what we do today, we check out what's going on. We see who's presenting and who's presenting what. One question I have is see if the world will be better off thanks to some of the stuff that's being presented today. I can already see some rivalry. So, is there innovation? Is the world going to be better off thanks to stuff that's going to be presented today? And can we make a functional home studio in this economy?
Yes. I'm under 2K.
Under 2K?
Yes.
Hello! Look, I got it myself.
Oh.
I'm filming you, if that's
Are you?
alright. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
of course it is. That's fine. Yeah, I was gonna also vlog, and then I just thought, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Feel like I would like you to repeat that. Music industry.
The music industry is a Ponzi scheme.
Essentially.
Essentially speaking, yeah. Like, I have to say, like, maybe I shouldn't say this as a plugin developer, but since I've been making plugins, you're like, You know, like you go behind the curtain and you see like how they're made, how the
Yeah.
sausage is made, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, there's a lot of great stuff out there, but there's a lot of stuff that is just sort of repackaging existing code.
Some people have been saying that it's just like new shiny interfaces on
Yeah.
very basic algorithms,
Yeah,
which I don't
even
doubt.
open source algorithms.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have a general discomfort of anything that is like AI powered that can get in the bin as far as I'm concerned. Apart from OpenVino, but that's free. You can just download that. But that's how Logic do stem separation and RX do stem. They use the OpenVino source code.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
An open
Yeah.
source code.
Yeah, it's an open source, yeah, and then they package it as their own thing.
What do you think the future is going to be like with AI?
I think everyone will get bored. I think it's like a fad, and I think it will age really badly. I don't know, what do you think the future is?
With AI, I dream of a future where we're going to have venues that are like basements, where no technology is allowed, and it's all analog, and we just go there and make music just so that it's completely human, and we know that no AI can enter, because we will be missing that feeling of just being
That sounds
among
incredibly
humans.
dystopian.
Yeah, but also kind of nice
Yeah,
to me. Like in my mind, it's not bad. It's
Okay.
cool.
A few rainy hours later.
Okay, so it's past 3. We've been here almost 5 hours. We have seen nothing. And now it's probably the time to actually see something, because this is a gear show, so we should see some gear. It's a very quiet drum set. It's very quiet for a drum set.
Have you guys entered the giveaway?
No. Okay, so we entered the giveaway. So we can win stuff, so we'll try to win stuff. Okay, so we've got an audience desk. We've got Audioscape with their set of clones of classic units. That thing is what Acoustica Audio's El Rey is based upon. Greg Wells compressor, although unfortunately the original Greg Wells compressor was lost in the Palisade fires this year in Los Angeles. But that's an amazing tube compressor, yeah.
Try this.
What is it? They're beautiful. This one is all about the Minimoog? No. Yeah, the entire thing. Oh, wow. This is the desk I have in my studio. Exactly this very model. Hang on, I didn't know you could do that.
What?
Make this bit lower. There's going to be a giveaway. Let's go to the giveaway. Yeah, right? Hi, let's go. Hi, Riz.
Hello.
Here for the giveaway.
Yes.
We're all here for the giveaway. I know. Oh, and now it's sunny.
Another JJ. Oh, yeah, man.
Oh yeah, there was another JJ. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry,
I didn't
JJ.
listen to JJ and then,
You deserved that and more. Me neither, but you deserved it.
But you don't want to know anyway.
Warren, do you remember me at all?
Of course, how are
You
you?
seen anything interesting?
This event is always about the speakers, isn't it? There's more speaker manufacturers here.
I know, yeah, I know.
The present day production guys are doing some great stuff for the price. Oh, look, there you go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Just speak of the devil.
You up?
I was just saying you're a terrible person, terrible human being. But then again, people just say that. And it's not true.
Brexit.
And it's not true.
Brexit.
Yeah,
Seeing you.
good to see you.
That's it.
See you,
Good
man.
to see you.
We were saying James. Oh, yes.
It's not quite the same, but in some ways it's better.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Some ways.
You're such a good friend. People
Camera.
who
Really went far.
people who saw the other video will remember James calling me out for not having an SSL keychain, but the other keychains I have, the API and the Neve, he brought to me. He gave me, and this time he just brought me an SSL thing.
Now it sounds weird.
You're what?
It sounds weird now.
No, it's okay. It's a gift. I appreciate it. You're a good friend. Thanks, James. That PMC, that number, they're in number 10. Number 10 is where Mark Ronson's studio used to be. And it was my first approach within Tileyard. Was Ricky Damien who introduced me to this place. And I want to thank him for it. Ricky Damien was, and I think still is occasionally, but was Mark Ronson's engineer. This was the control room, and it had an NCI desk from the 70s, where a Studio 800 and a Scully machine that Elvis used. And behind here, well, all of the tapes, all of Amy Winehouse's tapes. And over there was the light room though. And there was a huge plate, like a real plate.
So the story so far has been
Yes.
we want to go somewhere, but we end up going somewhere else.
Well, yes, that is true.
That's-
And why? It's because just people, yeah, people.
People.
Something very cynical about this type of desk. He just moved it because it's motorized, so it can be a standing desk, and the speakers move with it. And so you're gonna change how you affect the room mode and the Celine Dion thing. You know, like you singing. That was brilliant as well. Nice save. All right, sorry. Don't let me.
No, not at all. Nice to see you. You have my contacts, don't you?
No.
Well, definitely. Let's have our iPhones kiss.
Oh
You know that
yeah.
trick?
Somebody showed it to me like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go.
So you just told me one thing that I wanted to capture with the camera. The fact that these days you don't. What did you say? You
I don't listen to music anymore.
don't listen to music anymore. So you're a artist, and music producer,
Yeah.
an engineer,
Mixing engineer.
and you don't listen to music.
Yeah.
And I'm the same as well.
It is sad, but I think it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible. Like,
Just so draining, yeah, that it just happens to be what it is. If I mix all day, then I want to go out, and the last thing I want is listen to more music. I would dream of going to a pub and having a beer in total silence, which is impossible because there will be music there, most likely. Yeah, it's weird. Sorry, but I think this is sort of like an important thing to say because people just think it's all, you know, always all amazing for musicians and that kind of stuff.
oh, it's not.
Yeah,
It's super draining, obviously. Yeah.
This is one of the best sounding pianos I've ever heard. You know, my piano mic technique.
This is like 10 mics.
Yeah, well, but that specific one comes from this piano here in this room.
Which technique, by the way?
With the two coals very close to the hammers, A, B, compressed a lot with distressors, and then the Sheps or KM84, something like that, 184, XY in the middle with an SM57.
Oh,
and then down by the strings, 2 U87s, and behind 2 Royal 121s AB.
Okay.
Try that. Smashing every piano.
Or you can just record with one mic.
Or you can just use a virtual instrument. I heard of these new Focal speakers. What are they called? They're called something cool.
Utopia.
Yes, Utopia.
Main, and those are 112.
And they're insanely high quality, right? Yeah.
That's, I mean, we are probably the last manufacturer to launch main monitors on the market. But just for that reason, we said, okay, if we want to bring something to the market, it's got to be better than all the rest.
Yeah.
So it's a no compromise product. I'm not sure you've ever seen such a mid-range. That kind of shape is very unique.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, with a traditional way of doing a, and we still do that, of course.
Yeah.
You have phase issues. You know, the sound which is emitted by the outside of the cowl will arrive sooner than what's in the middle.
Yeah.
Right.
Is this
By
like averaging
dividing-
it?
Yeah, we divide it by 3, the height of a similar woofer. So we have like a monopole kind of point source,
Okay.
and at 1 meter it's like if you have a planar wave, literally.
Okay.
That's a huge innovation. Plus, this is totally open.
Okay.
Traditional ways, you have a big magnet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you get interferences that you can hear because they hit the back, like a tweeter. That's something that we also brought. The tweeter is fully open. It's actually something that we introduced on this range. Imagine this is the width of the tweeter
Yes.
membrane, just the membrane,
Yeah.
like super zoomed.
Yeah.
Usually, in a traditional way of making a tweeter, you have like you have your magnet at the back.
Yeah, yeah.
So the waves hits that.
Okay.
It does
Yes.
some sort of a turbulences and
Yeah.
interferences
Yeah.
that come back and changes the behavior.
Okay.
of the
That's
membrane.
literally like a boundary against the magnet
Exactly.
coming back. Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
that it's open, it goes inside the box, and because of the special shape of that part
Right.
inside, it absorbs
Okay.
the waves that direction.
Okay. So that means less distortion in general.
Let me tell you, these products, these guys, they have the lowest THD ever measured in the entire Focal history.
I've never heard main monitors like this size that were really accurate or enjoyable. They were just loud. Yeah, of course you know that. But these actually.
But that's the DNA of the brand. Since day one, the founder, Jacques Ledoux, never wanted to settle. Always pushed the teams and to push the boundaries. And we still believe that on the transducers themselves, there's a lot of things to do. People, some of the brands, they gave up and they just buy off-the-shelf things, and
Yeah.
that's why they put DSPs to make it like
Yeah.
so-called flat. You know what I mean?
And Focal has been making drivers for other manufacturers, right? For
Yes.
KRK,
Yes.
for.
Yes. But when we entered the studio monitoring world, we decided to be very selfish.
Ah, okay. Okay, you stopped. Okay.
We stopped providing to anybody else.
Is that why KRK became bad?
They're yellow. I won't say anything.
Because the Expose were good,
No,
but they
I
were
mean-
Focal, right?
With the
Focal.
inverted dome, with everything. If you were to visit the factory, you would see that we start from the raw material. Like, for instance, do you have a guess of what's the material of this?
Is it Kevlar?
No.
Jute.
I would have.
Jute.
What's that?
It's like fiber made out of bamboo.
Ah, that's a good idea, but it's not this.
Okay.
It's a fiber, yes. No, it's linen.
Oh.
It's linen.
Ah,
Linen between two layers of fiberglass. Why do we use linen, these crazy French guys? Because if you take one fiber of linen, and if you were to zoom very close and cut like this, you would see a microtube full of air. Oh yeah.
right.
I guess you know when you want to design a driver, there are three main things that you want to look after for, let's say, the raw material. You want the stiffest as you can,
Yeah.
the lightest as you can, and a very good damping.
Yeah.
So linen is very interesting because you can't extend it, right? It's very close to carbon fiber.
Okay.
Oh.
So you have one. The second is light. Yeah, okay, it's hollow, full of air, perfect. The third one is damping. Linen is very close to cellulose. Right? It's like 80% of cellulose, so it's very good for damping. So when the signal stops, it stops. But it's not rigid enough. So what do? We do a composite, fiberglass. We press it, cook it at the same time. Then we do a laser cut, and that's your starting point.
Wow, okay. Do you know Pop Dupont? Do you know what he's using these days?
In fact, he has a pair of those.
Last time I was there, he had SM9s in his
Yeah.
room. But that was like 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. Present day production, here we go. Look at James there, being all Jamesy.
No, I love taking the piece of this. I had those tickets for 6 months. I just like
Good to see you. Yes. Hi.
Yeah, so we've got the prices as low as we can by selling direct, so there's no retail margin, nothing like that. It's as good as it can be. Stefan, why was there a particular model you were interested in?
No idea what this track is, but anything called Army.
Ci siamo incontrati
Army of Mushrooms, if they're magic.
8 anni fa
Dove?
a B-Road.
Yeah, we
Ti
don't.
ricordi Kimo Sabe?
Certo.
Tutto. To Tom specifically. Hello, I'm filming you right now.
Oh dear.
I think.
That's fair enough. I'm not going to be in the country right now. So would you like to come and have a look around?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go, let's go. Oh man, God, okay.
Oh, this sounds.
This is the rave cave. He was like, oh wait, this is me. In fact, he saw his picture before he recognised the track he was dancing to as his own.
Probably 1 year ago. Yeah. Right.
This is brilliant. You know this one? It's an audio interface, but you can put what you want in the audio interface. So you can have the preamps, you can have EQs, you can have compressors, and it's like a lunchbox, but it's an interface. It's an interface. You know when you say like I wish I had like the amount of preamps that I want, but you know I could only have 4 preamps, but I would trade the other 4 for compressors, and you can do that. It's pretty brilliant. Right?
Hey, how's it going?
Is it? Good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm Sam. Sean.
Nice to meet you, pal.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the Carnaby. I heard you had. What do you do?
I'm the managing director and the founder of the company.
All right.
Yeah.
So you know how it works, I'm assuming.
Every little bit of it, yeah.
It's interesting because the Carnaby is like, I've always been looking at everything and like knowing everything. These days I pay a bit less attention because I feel like tools are becoming a bit less exciting.
Yeah, a lot of clones, a lot of same.
Yeah. Felt like this is the one bit that I thought, oh, that's interesting, but I never really looked into it too much. The harmonic EQ, what does that mean? And is it different from, you know, like the Waves Factory Spectre?
A lot of people compare the HE2, they call it like a hardware version of the Waves Factory Spectre. I don't know how the Waves Factory Spectre works, but I promise you it's not the way the HE2, because you can't make a harmonic EQ not an analog. You can't make the Carnaby HE2 not an analog. It has to be an analog to make it.
Okay.
So the way it works is we basically have, the 3 bands are basically 3 saturation circuits that had totally different characteristics. So the low band is like hard knee, a lot of even harmonics. The mid band is like slightly softer knee, And the mid-band is the craziest. That's the most complicated. It's odd even, it's like all over the place. And the high band is the softest, the least amount of saturation, the softest knee, because high end is like, sounds harsh. Like as soon as you get saturation up there, like think of the oral exciter, like when an oral exciter is used judiciously, it's a nice device, but unfortunately got a bad reputation because people just like slamming it, you know what I mean? So like you gotta be really careful with high-end saturation, whereas low band, like the more the merrier basically. So that's why that's hard knee, loads of evens. This is softer knee, a very complicated mix of odds and evens, and then this is like mostly really soft knee and like very low level saturation and odd and even all over the place.
And by knee, you mean where it starts reaching what, heart clip?
Yeah, so basically, like if you know, like silicon versus germanium diodes and stuff like that. So why do some people like swear by germanium diodes and like, oh my god, germanium's the best diodes. And the reason why they like it is because the onset behavior of the clipping. So there's like a curve. There's an onset curve for any diode, anything that's going to have saturation. You have this like onset envelope, right? So like silicone is hard. Silicone's like this. The sweet spot is this right here. Once you're over this, now it's a distortion pedal, right? When you're down here, it's not doing anything. It's in this bit of the envelope that's the exciting bit. That's when you're just touching it and you're not slamming, making square waves. You know, you're tickling it and it's generating odd and even harmonics. It's in that onset window where you want to be. So that's why people love germanium diodes, like the guitar pedals and stuff. They swear by germanium diodes because they have a really long onset envelope. Whereas silicon is harsh because it's a harder knee. It's a harder onset envelope.
So you basically have a higher headroom, like you've got more dynamic sweet spot.
More range where the saturation's in the sweet spot.
Okay, yeah. So why would you ever do it hard?
Well, hard, you generate fewer harmonics when you're in the onset envelope. You generate more harmonics when you're into saturation.
What do you think is more desirable to have it hard then?
Like the low band, definitely. It sounds great.
Because you want to stay clean, and then.
No, you just get more you get more harmonics. Once you're into saturation, now you're generating loads of harmonics. And the reason, like, this is mostly evens. There's no odds in this one because odds, when you're doing that much clipping, will not sound good. Like odds aren't harmonically, like evens are like the octaves, you know? Odds are the non-octaves, and that's where it starts getting gnarly. That's why this is evens and a hard knee. So it's basically you have like three perfectly tuned saturation circuits. But the thing is, it's not a saturation device, it's an EQ. And the reason why is because that's the saturation core, what I just described. The saturation core, that's the behavior of the saturation core for those three bands. But then the beauty of the harmonic EQ is it takes that saturation core and that's what it uses for the equalization. So like we generate curves. You know how an EQ curve is like that and like this? If you put this on an AP, if you put this through plugin doc or whatever, you would see curves. You'd see EQ curves. But normally EQ curves, when you're talking about an analog EQ, they're generated by phase. So the way it works is like you have, a capacitor in the circuit, whatever. If it's in phase, it's a boost. If it's 180 degrees, it's it's a cut.
Yeah.
This does not use phase to equalize. There's no phase.
Okay.
So we have these curves which look like EQ curves, but all of the content of that extra frequency response is all harmonics.
So these are going to be in parallel with the original signal or no?
Yeah, it's in parallel with the original signal, yes. It's brought into the original signal, yes.
And so if we only listen to this without the original signal at all, can you do that with this?
We don't expose that, but
because it doesn't,
we could.
You wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, what would it sound like? Would it be just like a band?
I mean, you wouldn't, no, it sounds like...
Just the harmonics?
Yeah, it's just the harmonics, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not boosting the original signal.
No.
You're adding the harmonics in that area.
You're not increasing the fundamental at all. It's all harmonics. And then when you cut, what it's doing is it's then doing a cut. So it's removing that material, but in its place it puts in harmonics. So like normally...
so then that EQs the original signal, but then harmonics instead of...
Exactly, and then where you're doing the cut, it puts in harmonics. Because a lot of times when in EQ, you go to cut something, you're like, oh man, I just like lost the entire body of like my snare drum or whatever. And whereas when you cut with a Carnaby, like you hear a resonance that you want to deal with. You find the resonance, you cut it, but it doesn't sound empty because in its place are harmonics from lower down.
Oh, from lower down.
From lower, because the harmonics, you can't generate harmonics below, you can only generate harmonics above.
Of course, yeah.
So it takes the harmonics from lower down, which are harmonically related, which it'll sort of sound like the source, but instead of a resonance, now it's harmonics of the same source that are pleasant sounding, euphonic, rather than harsh and nasty.
I was just gonna ask a random question. Have you ever been asked that you look like Dave Grohl?
Whenever I go to Asia, especially, like when I go to China, everybody thinks I'm Dave Grohl and they just want to take pictures of me, and I just do it anyway. I'm just like, I don't tell them I'm Dave Grohl, but they're like, oh my God, can I take a picture of you? I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Madonna, quant'è che non ti vedo?
Alessandro,
Alessandro, dice Alessandro.
Interviste?
Sì, stiamo facendo le interviste, però le facciamo tutte in Italia e poi metto tutti i sottotitoli sbagliati.
Ma facciamole in esperanto allora.
Se tu parli esperanto?
Vai da Dr. Pix là.
Già fatto.
Ok. Vai da Warren Hewart là.
Già fatto.
Ok. Vai da...
And so we went for the rest of the night, sipping beer from the local brewery and chatting shit, talking about the future and how weirdly this year I even managed to miss entire rooms, and how we didn't know where time went, even though we'd been there 10 hours. One thing I knew is I had learned a lot of stuff that's hard to find unless you speak directly to who's making the new technologies. The day had started with frowns forced by pouring rain, umbrellas and raincoats, and ended with sun, happiness and many, many smiles. Well, it's 10 PM and I'm on my way back. Today we had a plan and nothing went according to plan. We were trying to discuss equipment, we were trying to discuss whether there was innovation, we were trying to discuss whether we could make a home studio with the budget. Basically, it was GearFest, so we wanted to talk about gear. But we couldn't because, well, rain aside of course, every time we tried to go and talk about gear, to go and look at gear, we would come across an incredible individual and we'd just stay there and chat for a few minutes, and sometimes even more than a few minutes. But the thing is, that felt actually great, and it was even better than the years before. And I think it's because we were trying to talk about gear, but really this chatting with everybody just made us feel like we were part of something. It made us feel like we were in the industry, you know? And basically made us feel like we were part of the community. And this is what we realized, that GearFest isn't about gear, it's about community. It's about getting together, and gear can be a topic, it can be something to bond over or to share, but it's not the main thing. And in a time where we talk about AI more and more, thinking what's the future of music and the music industry with the advancement of AI, this reminded me that in our hearts, this is still always about people. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.